Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogi Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we so fondly call it. Hope everybody's doing good. You're going to have to forgive me. There's a neighbor with a leaf blower, so you're probably going to hear that. Good to see everybody in chat already. Jeez, I just said hi, and there's 20 people watching. You guys are bored. But it is great to see everybody here. Who do we got tonight? Should just go all the way up to the top, but then that's just crazy. Val, how are you? How are you? Val from Southwest Pennsylvania. Sandra Piper, hello. Hey, Sharon. The Nona Boss Continuum. I want to say consortium, and I'm like, there's no S in there. Hey, Cindy, Tracy, great to see you. Mr. Fritz, what's up, buddy? Who else? I know Mr. Lee's in here somewhere. Jeff Harding, what's up, buddy? You know, you're sitting there on that dock on the lake with the drink, and why are you letting me interrupt that, dude? I'd be like, just turn me right the fuck off. And I'd have a fishing pole in my hand, too, so. G'day, Mark Dodman. How are you? Welcome. Yeah, I'd give anything right now to be sitting on a lake. Can't say with a drink in my hand, but there'll be something hanging off my lip. Smoking. Who else we got in here? Howling Underdog Films. What's up, Charlie? Mr. Spikes, how's it going, Gary? Who else? Ida Bustamante. Good to see you. Hey, Emma, how are you? Emma Johnson. I keep leaning. I'm in this little space where I use my studio, this whole setup. And I kind of shorted myself on space as far as leg space. So I end up sitting on an angle or just trying to get comfortable. But it is what it is. So everybody hears me all right. Everybody sees me all right. That's good. I broke down. I got a new laptop. What's up, Joe? My other one was just, it was old. It needed a break. So hopefully this computer will do the job. I think it will for what I paid. Nelson, what's up? It's actually a gaming computer. It's more designed for gaming, but I will put it to good use. It doesn't have a great memory, but that's all right. Who did I just see fly by here? Yeah, somebody just said, hey, Rex, what's up, Mr. Hand? My eyes, how are you? Yeah, this bandana, it's actually purple. It looks blue. I wonder if it changes with the light. Let's see. Nope, still looks blue. Pop Craig, what's up, man? Mogs, I've had this laptop since 1006. 2006. Yeah, no, some of the ports on it, to plug in the microphone, what do you call them? Yeah, those. One of them wasn't working, so I had to double up on one side, and it was just getting slow. So I had to break down and for you guys, I don't like things freezing up. I don't like, issues. I mean, it's bad enough we got to deal with porn sites and chat. Judy Wheeler, how are you? Hey, Angel. Angel Nolan. So, guys, if you're new to the show, you're wondering what the hell this guy doing here. Your guess is as good as mine. What I do is I offer this platform for people to come on and talk about whatever, any experiences they've had, anything they're going through right now, just anything, what I do is I put the link in the chat. All you have to do is click on that link, follow the directions, and if you don't want to be on camera, you can just hit stop cam and you'll get that. Oh, wow, I have to change that. Yeah, I have to put in my new computer. I got to do a bunch of new stuff. But yeah, I'll have to put my logo in there. So yeah, if you don't want to be on screen, you can just click on that and stop camera and don't be on screen. Hey, Brandy. You're a fine girl. Couldn't resist. That's what the sailors say anyway. All right. Let me put... The link is in chat, so if anybody wants to use it, you know the procedure. Caucasian Sasquatch, what's up, buddy? Great to see you. Hey, Mr. Hugh, what's up? Anybody new? Joe says we all have issues from time to time. Indeed, we do. That's life, It's a whole friggin' list of trials and tribulations, life. And how we react to them, that's what defines us. Bat Mom, what's up? She says, unfortunately, Glass Houses was talking about Brandy with a Y. It only matters if you read it. You can't hear the Y when you say it. It all sounds like E. Miss Dill, how are you? Good to see you. So yeah, I've been I'm trying to get my nephew's vehicles in decent working order. My one nephew, I got his Ranger up and going. Just got to replace a brake light switch. And then there's the little Geo tracker. What's up, man?
What's happening, brother?
Not much. I was just
You
saying.
hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on my nephew's Geo tracker right now, and it was running before I touched it. And I just changed shit out. I changed like the spark plugs, the wires, the rotor, the cap, the oil.
There you go. There's
the
your
fuel
problem.
filter.
You changed the dwell when you were changing the rotor. I guarantee you changed the dwell.
The what?
when you've got a point system, rotor, if you shift it, the distributor cap at all, it changes exactly where the spark drops, and an engine that was running perfectly fine will act like it's lost its mind.
Because you threw the timing off.
Just a hair. It doesn't take just a little bit.
I don't know that it moved. I'll have to check that. But it won't start. It cranks. It has spark. It has air. I've added fuel. I've sprayed some starting fluid in there. I've poured gas in there. And
well, if all the ingredients are there and you've got compression, then the issue is when the spark takes place. That's all that's left.
True. which would be the timing. So
somehow, yeah. Which, I mean, when you were doing the spark plugs, did you do them one at a time, or did you like take them off and put them back on like a professional?
No, I took them all off. I mean, I knew the firing order and
Okay.
where it was on the distributor cap. I just looked at the old distributor cap. It had the first which was number one. There's no way you could put the distributor like backwards, the cap on backwards.
No.
Yeah, I checked that like 4 times. It's got spark again. Could whether or not the timing's right, but it just won't turn over.
And it was running before, so
yeah,
there's nothing physical stopping it.
No, it was running.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and see where I touched, and maybe I knocked the wire and something, or it just sucks.
Well, if you did something that released the vacuum somehow, that would also change the way it fires. Because you have a vacuum delay, or what's it called? Vacuum something words.
Yeah, I'm not. Right now, I took the
vacuum advance. That's it.
I took the intake manifold off to expose the top. It's a throttle body injection.
Right.
And that is just like soot. It's weird. It's like soot.
Well, yeah, it would be.
The oil, I've seen. I don't even know how to put it. The oil was like ink.
Mm-hmm.
When that came out of that engine, it was like ink. It's black. I mean, like Squid would be jealous, like with the color of this ink. I told my nephew, well, once it starts and it's running, is just treat this oil change as a flush.
Mm-hmm. Change it again in a couple of months. Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah. 500-600 miles, whatever. Just
I tell you, I do mine. All right. So I've got a 2002 Frontier that I recently pulled back out of the weeds to drive because I hadn't been driving it. And I decided, okay, anytime that happens, and I've got so many oil change stickers on my windshield, it's ridiculous because I never drive the truck. But anytime it's been sitting up for more than a couple of months, I take it, get the oil changed immediately. So it has 138,000 miles and is a 20-year-old vehicle. I never drive it.
Yeah. This is a 94. Actually, both vehicles, the Ranger and the Tracker, are 94s. I had an 85 Ranger, so I'm familiar with the Ranger. So that was pretty easy working on that. And the Tracker, it's easy to work on, but something's just not right.
The spark plug, you said you changed the spark plugs. Are you positive you got them properly?
I believe so. I will double check them.
I mean, that's the last piece, isn't it? If it's not the vacuum, and it's not the carburetor, and it's not your spark plug, and it's not your wires, and it's not your rotor, and it's not your distributor.
I'll check the gap again. I think it's like 0.024 or 28 or something
0.26 or something like that. Would be.
Mike or Patrick, how are you, man? Good to see you.
I'm fixing to start working on a road trip build with a 69 El Camino.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do it.
You can see my nails are my hands are, greased up. Didn't come off in the shower.
Yeah. You got to get in that beach water to get that off.
Right.
Get some sand on it.
Who else is in here? Raptor, how's it going? Raptor crazy. Squatching Cowboy. What's up, Joe? Great to see you, man. Quit being a stranger.
Aha.
else we got in here? What do we got? We got 60 watching. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Graz says he's been working on his own cars since the late 60s. I was
But
born in
those are the ones you can work on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly why I bought a 69.
It kind of went south like in the 80s.
79 to 83. They started running those lean engines.
You know, it used to be you could sit inside the friggin' engine compartment and work on an engine.
I had a buddy of mine with a Delta 88. I don't know what kind of engine it had in there, but you could sleep two people on either side of it. That thing was huge. The engine was just like this little thing on the inside. Freaking hood was this wide. It was amazing.
Bud, how's it going, man? Hope you and Angie are doing good. Space travel, what's up? Have you checked YouTube videos for the problem? I have. I've looked at a few videos.
There ain't a whole bunch of trackers running around anymore, man.
You'd be surprised at how many videos are out on for trackers.
They're videos, but they involve the same 2,712 trackers that are on the road. I was looking for a tracker or an Amigo or a Sidekick or something along those lines. Turns out my neighbor has a 99 Amigo in a shed behind her house.
Oh, no kidding.
And I had been begging her to let me buy it ever since I found it. Like, please, a little 4-cylinder 4-wheel drive, man.
This one doesn't. This is only a 2-wheel drive. Oh no. BF Bud has got the itchies. He got into some poison oak.
Oh no. That stuff's anathema to me, man. It'll kill me. I can't do it.
I've been covered head to toe.
Oh man. Listen.
Poison ivy, poison oak, poison sumac.
I'm allergic to beans.
Beans?
Beans. Guess how I found out?
You ate them?
I ran through a field of soybeans and lost all the hair and skin on me from about mid thigh high down. I was wearing shorts. And just, I'm talking between my toes, the bottom of my feet, everything. Just, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Wow. And you're positive it was the beans and not, say, the pesticides that they sprayed on?
I thought about that. When I pick beans, when I can't eat beans because it upsets my stomach and gives me an ulcer, like magic, like poof, like ulcer. I don't slowly get an ulcer. I like eat some
instantaneous
baked beans, and wake up the next morning ulcer. Just wow.
Rex says
I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
82 Chevy Suburban 454 tank.
I just sold one of those. 83, I think it was. I sold it for $1,000 to a guy that I knew would love it.
Right on. I like those old trucks.
Man, it was so huge, and at the time I didn't have no use for it. Now I'm planning on doing some road tripping, and that thing would be the balls. It's got 2 time zones in the back seat.
It's a gas these days. It's just
sure, okay, but you got to sacrifice something somewhere if you're going to be doing anything.
True. Where do you want a road trip to?
To start with, I'm just going to run around Georgia, North Florida, South Carolina, Southeast in general. Once I get my El Camino running properly and functioning right,
sure.
I'm going to look into doing some cross-country stuff.
Right on. What are you going to do?
I'm going to meet YouTubers. I mean, that's what my channel's all about, is I interview other YouTubers that are doing content. We talk about your content, how you made your YouTube channel, and any advice you could give a new YouTuber or whatever, that kind of stuff. That's the whole show. So I figured going to meet them would probably be the next step, right?
Yeah, and it's I've done a little bit of that, but that's really my next step is,
Mm-hmm.
is traveling.
Yeah.
I'm going to head east probably, and don't know. I have no time limit to get there. So
Exactly. I'm retired. I have a stable income that's not YouTube related, and I would like to meet a few people. So I've
yeah,
always wanted to travel. I've just never done it.
yeah, no, you should, and it's a great way to see the country, and meeting people, especially in this community, are these people are amazing.
Oh yeah.
I meet people, and it's like we've known each other for years, and we have, but it's been
So
in chat.
yeah, in a weird way.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been in chat, and it's just when you're face to face, it's just like, hey, what's up, man?
Yeah,
Big
what's
hug
happening?
and
High
big
five
hug
and you
and
go get a burger.
yeah, it's like, well, how you been? Like you just start talking like it's not your first time meeting. Jamie
All right, I
Cotter,
want to come in and say hey. I want to come talk to you for a minute and be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? We still love you. I've been busy. But I got to go mod for somebody that just went live. I don't think he's got anybody in there with him.
Who's that?
But do what?
Who just went?
Toe for Life. I drew a blank. Toe for Life's going live in like 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go over there and hang out with him and see if he needs some help with anything or whatever.
Right on.
But
I think I saw Duke in here. I'm not sure.
Much love, brother.
All right, brother. Take care. Good to see you. Thanks.
Good luck with that engine.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Thanks.
Every chance I get.
All right, man. Take care. That was cool. So yeah, guys, it's that easy. You just hit that, click on that link. Yeah, that one that's popping up right now. And come hang out. Rosemary, how are you? Yes, there he is. What's up, Duke? So yeah, guys, you never know what we're going to talk about. It happened to be an engine this time. I just what are you singing over there, bud? What's his name? I was drunk. Be my mama. Got out of prison. Yeah. I can't think of his damn name. I know he's got... Crap. It's all right. Stacy Perez. What's up, hon? Great to see you. Hey, Richie. Who else snuck in here? Hey, Jen. We got to figure out how to do karaoke on this thing. Serious. We'll do a karaoke night. You guys can come on and sing. I'll figure out how to get the music and just keep track of all the songs, and I'll give credit where credit's due in the description, and I think we can get away with it. I know I can get Nikki out here to sing, probably. Actually, I am actually considering, and I'll bring my phone, and I don't know if I can record it, but I think after the show, I'm going to go over to this place called Main Stage right here in town. It's a bar, they got pool tables and shit. And they have karaoke tonight. So I think I'm going to go check that out. I met somebody recently at the dispensary. She works there. Her and her boyfriend hang out there, but hang out at this place. But they have an improv troupe. You can check them out at unauthorizedhappiness.com. And there's like 7 of them. They're still putting together their website, and they do local improvisation, I should say. None, it's all unrehearsed, and I'm like, that's cool. I I could probably get into that. Like, just go up on stage and get into the middle of a situation, and made ups, I could pull that off. But yeah, I think I'm going to go out and I'm going to go sing tonight. It's been a while. I'm just hoping I can record it, because every time I go to record it, it comes out distorted. It's just, and I'll play it here, but it just always sounds terrible. Because when I sing, I project, and I'm sure this microphone would handle it. This microphone. It's just every time it seems I go to record somewhere, I don't know. Maybe I'm too close to the speakers. But who knows? Connor, what's happening? Good to see you. Guys, I keep putting this link in chat. Nobody's using it. I'm starting to take it personally. Use it, don't use it, whatever. We got 80 watching. Damn. Nobody's on tonight, huh? Wait a minute. It's Tuesday night. Who's on tonight? I think Paranormal Roundtable is on right now, but different crowd. Papa says, Mogs, we forgot to sing some cowboy songs around the campfire. But you got some good cowboy cooking. I wouldn't call it cowboy cooking. I'm just calling it using what I had. And what I had was a really big-ass cast iron pan, and a fire. So I mixed the two. Came out pretty good. Everything came out good. Hey, Nikki. So how can we do karaoke? Because I know there's shit I can pull up. I don't know how to pull it up here. Like, you can pull up a certain song and it'll have the words and everything. I just don't know how to do it. Share screen. But I would have to... Let's see. Slides, extra camera, video file, share screen. It's not a video file. It's not screen sharing. Screen sharing tips. Screen sharing is easiest with 2 monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Some screens let you share audio. Look for the share audio checkbox. All right, so that's not what I want. Not sure. Oh, well. But we'll figure it out. I guess I'd have to download some songs, but I can't do that. There's got to be another way. Blazing Saddles. Where are all the white women at? Stand back. I don't know how big things going to get. Joe says, I took the advice once of sing like no one is listening, and I broke into Highway to Hell. Yeah, they don't want me near that convent again. Sorry, sister. Name the movie. Happy Halloween, ladies. That's an easy one. Sharon says you could always set up a Zoom account and give everyone the codes to join. That sounds complicated and maybe illegal. No. Most time, Space Travel says most time you have to stop mid-song and then continue to keep from getting your stream shut down. Well, you do 9-second karaoke. Because I think you can get away with 9 seconds of song or music or whatever without getting a strike. That's my mic set on. Shit, I don't have my headphones with me. It's cool with this microphone. Like usually I just plug my headphones into my laptop. But I can also plug it into the microphone, so when I talk through the microphone, I can hear it. Otherwise, I can't. I just hear what's coming through like speakers. Hey, Kelly, welcome. Says, I'm here tonight. Apparently, Kelly misses the lives a lot. Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy? Mike Moore. Something I was going to say to you, Mike. I forgot what it was. Shit. I'll think of it. Ruger Ridge, what's up? How's it going? Long neck bottle, Garth Brooks. Long neck bottle, let go of my hand. Yeah, I can't just break out into a song like that. Not that song, anyway. Mogs, why was Jeff's last night live taken down? I have no clue, dude. I didn't know it was. And how are HS Ward? I don't know. I didn't watch. I mean, I watched some of it, but I didn't see the whole show. I mean, that was with what's his name? Yeah, him. Jeff might have taken it down. I know there was some. Some people being annoying in chat. Doug Highchuck, that's it. You know, people were expressing their opinions, but I don't know. I don't know why it would be taken down. I was really stoned when I was watching it because then he showed his trailer or whatever you want to call it with the Bigfoot and the cartoons and the rabbits, and I was like, wow, this is good weed. Hey, Stevie. Welcome to the party. Raptor says Jeff was probably playing music that he shouldn't have been. He probably got a copyright with it. I think he fell and hit his head on the sidewalk. I don't know. Jeff was here earlier, wasn't he? He might still be here. Oh, Stevie says I've been here. So that's right, Mike. So I get this email from Mike Moore, and I don't know if it was during, before, or after the show. His grandbaby was born in the living room on the floor. My show was either going on at the time or was about to go on or just got off. And yeah, they welcomed their grandchild or granddaughter, I believe, Ella, beautiful name, into the world. So Mike Moore, congratulations. That's really cool. Just glad you didn't name it Mogs. Jamie says, I received my print of Sasquatch peering into a window that Larry Badson drew. It's awesome. Larry's got some skills. He's got really good skills, with freehand drawing like that. No, when it's a music copyright, you don't get any monetization. It's not against the channel. So we could sacrifice a show or two. I don't make money on this fucking show. But I would probably try to still give credit where credit is due. In the description, just, proper licensing, whatever. What was the copyright claim there? Jeff? Forgot his name. Sue Ashwell, good day. Welcome. All the way from Australia. Kelly says, born at home. Oops. Oh, geez, man. What are you having, a competition over there? He says, yeah, well, we did it again Sunday night. My son and his wife had a baby boy. Congratulations on that too, man. That's awesome. That's just weird. Mr. and Mrs. NAC, what's up? Welcome. No, that's awesome that you got two grandkids in the same week. They'll grow up together. One will always bust the other one's balls because he's older by like 5 days or whatever, a couple days. But they'll be close cousins. That's cool. That's, how the story in my head. So yeah, guys, I'm posting the link in chat. I expect someone to use it because we've only been here 38 minutes. And Tracy says people were busy last November. She did the math. She went, carry the 2 November. Excuse me. Judy says, Jay. She's just like, Jay. Oh, Jamie says, I nominate Jay Fritz. Oh, to come on. Guys, if the shows start looking familiar, it's because it's all your fault. I provide the platform. You guys provide everything else. So if the same people come on, can't help it. It was good to see Caucasian Sasquatch. He doesn't come on. He's been on once or twice. Well, greetings, Bell. Bell Prepper, the portal hug monster. The portal hug monster. I remember when you did that, when you changed it to portal hug monster. That's funny. So yeah, guys, like I said, if anybody's new and they're watching, you can just click on the link, come on, hang out, talk. introduce yourself. You got a channel you want to promote, bring it. Connor doesn't promote my channel anymore. It always used to be I'd see somebody pop up backstage and it would just be a name I wouldn't know. And before I'd bring them up, I'd always say, I guarantee Connor sent this one. That's all right. We'll figure it out. If I hit the road for a little while, I think that'd be cool. I didn't want a new computer. I wanted a new camera. But this was kind of necessary. So, and I can record with this if I had to out in the field. Done it before. Because my camera I can't hook it up to anything. Like I can't use it as a video camera, like as a monitor. Like I can't plug it into a computer and use the computer as a monitor. I want to be able to do that and when I'm recording stuff. Kelly says I'm on TikTok, like currently or just like in general. Who else? Hey, Trackway, what's up? Miss Dill should get on. It's been a while since we've talked to Miss Dill. Let's see what Charlie's up to. What's going on, Charlie? I can't hear you, Charlie.
Hey, how's it going?
Now I can. Let me turn this down. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. I don't know how well it's going to work. I'm back at home, and my signal here is pretty shitty.
It was broken up a little bit, but we can hear you. So how did it go the other night?
All right,
last week.
Cool.
Yeah. Did you find anything?
Well, I sent you a video, just some stuff that we thought was interesting. It had
that
like 3 clips on it.
That was from that night? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all from that night.
Because the one kept looping, and I was like, what am I looking at? I couldn't.
Yeah, I don't know if you...
No, I'll go back and look at him. I looked at him briefly. I wasn't sure if that was from that night. I would have.
Yeah, I just kind of put it on a loop so you could get a better chance to hear it.
And that was the thing, is I didn't have my headphones on when I watched it. Who else?
Yeah.
Catherine, how are you?
But I mean, we stayed up there for quite a while. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and say neither one of us are saying that anything going on is Bigfoot. When he told me what he had experienced the first time he was up there, he never used the word Bigfoot or anything like that. He just said, something weird was happening. So I just want to go ahead and be clear about that. Neither one of us is saying, anything Bigfoot. It's just, this is where we went under the circumstances we went, and here's the interesting stuff that happened.
No, I don't blame you for saying that. Little disclaimer.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would even show those. I'd have to forward them to myself or download them or something to show them here if I was going to do that.
Yeah. I think I sent it to you through Messenger, and I'm pretty sure you can download from that.
Let's see. If I hit something wrong, sorry. Yeah, they were in Messenger or are in Messenger. So actually, it's just one clip, isn't it? But there's 3 of them involved in the clip.
No? Yeah, I just sent it all to you in one.
It doesn't give me a option to forward it. I'll have to figure that out. That's weird.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, we stayed up there for a few hours, just kind of walking around, exploring, you know, hiking around. At one point, we were going down the trail, and possibly a rock or some kind of object that had some weight to it. I mean, not huge, but you know, big enough to where you could hear it. And we first hear it on the right-hand side of the trail, going through. It wasn't something that was falling straight down. You could tell it was something that had a trajectory as it went from the right side. We could hear it going through the trees over our heads, and then it landed a few feet away on the left side of the trail.
And you don't know, it could have
we
been
didn't see anything.
You just heard it.
Yeah.
Did you hear it going through the leaves or the branches? Or
yeah, you could hear it, you know, as it goes through the leaves.
Yeah.
And then when it hit the ground, it hit with a, you know decently, you know, thunk. But I mean, it was enough to make us kind of stop and take pause and just kind of listen around for a little bit.
Sure, it got your attention. And where you were in? Where?
Yeah.
North Georgia.
And we did get chased by something. Where okay, so nothing exciting like you're probably thinking, but we're walking down the trail and we see something off to the left. You know, it looks like, you know, a little tree that had been broken, like about 4 feet up. So yeah, that looks interesting. Let's go down there and at least check it out. You know, whether, you know, these things, you know, actually do that or not. There are people who say that they might, so it is at least worth, you know, taking a quick look at. So we're down there looking at that, and we start kind of going up the hill a little bit, and we get, I don't know, maybe 50 feet, and then I hear this very loud buzzing. And just for a second, that my mind went blank and thought, "What is that?" And then it's like right in front of my nose, one of those giant killer wasps, and that chased us for a long way out of there.
Really?
There was some foul language flying,
and some hands and feet and swatting at those damn things. Yeah, I'm not a fan of wasps. I got nailed. I was laying on the ground underneath my nephew's vehicle, and I felt something crawl across my stomach.
And I don't know if you can still hear me or not. You're breaking up on this end.
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me okay? Just let me know in chat. So yeah, I had this ant crawl across my stomach and got underneath my waistband and bit me. This big ass red ant. I was like, what the hell? And I like dug it out and looked over because I was, like I said, I was underneath the truck. Oh well, we lost him. Charlie, we could hear you, dude. Just so you know. Crave Dog, how's it going? Pyromedic, good to see you. Well, we lost Charlie. He did say he was having a bad signal, or he's home where he doesn't have a good signal. But I did just post the link in chat one more time. Anybody wants to jump on? Here you go. Yeah, Crave Dog, it's been a while, man. There he is. Charlie's back. Try again.
Hey, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, it was coming through really broken up, and all of a sudden I just completely signal, and then it appeared. So
you're coming through broken up too a little bit, but only a little bit. I think we can tolerate it.
All right. But yeah, we got chased out of the woods by a vicious creature. But I mean, after that, we just kind of came back, pulled out some chairs, sat down. I had a digital recorder that I just kind of stuck in a tree and left it into the woods and just let it go for, however long we were still up there. We just kind of sat there and listened to see if, maybe anything else happened. We were just talking, shooting the breeze, just trying to make ourselves obvious, just in case something is in the area, maybe I'll be curious enough to come over and check us out.
Sure, just like hang out like nothing's going on. Maybe I'll be curious enough to come over and check us out. NAC, I hear some, I don't know if it's an echo in the background or if there's something.
Yeah, hang on.
An echo. Crave Dog says, hi, everyone. Glad to be back in the mix. Glad to have you.
Better? Is that better?
Yeah, I don't hear any echoes. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've come live on anybody's show.
How's it going?
Low profile.
Alan Underdog, how's it going?
Can you guys hear each other okay?
I don't know if he can hear me or not.
I don't know.
I know you.
I know. He
Yeah.
doesn't have a great connection, but
yeah, I had vehicle trouble, and then I had a heat stroke working on it, and then turned around and left the phone. I don't know whether I left it in that vehicle or the vehicle the guy gave me and the groceries a ride home with. So now I don't have a phone. So
it's one of those days, huh?
Bad. 3 days ago.
You just okay. What was wrong with your vehicle?
Battery.
Oh, that's not terrible.
Nah, we're hoping to get one pretty soon. But my laptop got broke, and some more stuff's been happening. So I've just been hanging out, mostly watching everybody on TV and just being able to give thumbs up, and that's it.
Oh, and not being able to chat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry all this shit's going on, dude.
Yeah, just one of them days.
I know how it goes. When it rains, it pours.
It does. Both our granddaughters had went into cheerleading, and their first ball game, the oldest granddaughter wound up with a high fever, and they left, and she wound up with COVID, and then her mom got it, the youngest daughter of ours, and then the little one got it, and then the daddy got it. So it's back and forth. So we had to stay away from them for a while just so we wouldn't get it.
Yeah, that's a household you got to stay away from.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, my wife has a lot of issues with health. You know, she's been sepsis 11 times in 3 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Her body just doesn't build up the antibodies, and now she's on a IVIG for it every month. Home health. So.
Well, prayers to your wife, and you as well. You know, things will turn around.
I'm not like watching your show.
Yeah, she's trying to tell you she likes watching your show.
Oh, thank you, hon.
I don't know if you can hear her.
Yeah, I did.
Well, you can slide over here.
No, I don't.
She doesn't want to be on the show. She just wants to, you know.
Yeah. She's shy.
Oh, I'm glad.
But she says hello. But she said hello anyway.
No, I'm glad she's there.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been lucky, man. I'll tell you. She was in the hospital about every month, and been keeping her out of the hospital now for about 4 months now. She's having to go to the cancer center now. She's got MGUS, and if they don't keep an eye on that, that could turn into what, myeloma, something like that. So,
Oh.
a lot of issues. But
well, my prayers are with you. Absolutely.
Thank you, and everybody else. But
Stevie just says had sepsis during my amputation.
yeah, sepsis is not fun, I'll tell you.
Well, it's blood poisoning, correct?
Something like that, yeah.
Your body shut
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, her body was shutting down. I actually woke up one morning. I'd been up with her all night long, and I said, I got to get me a little nap. And when I laid down and took me a nap for about 2 hours, I woke up and I reached over right quick and I grabbed her by her hand, and it was already ice cold. I said, oh no, she's done died. And I woke up just in time. I got the ambulance there, and if I'd have waited another minute or two, she'd have been gone.
Oh wow.
She was already leaving.
God was with you.
Oh yeah.
He woke your ass up.
Yeah. True.
You had a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you were able to get help in time. That's
Absolutely. Jean Hudson, how are you? Jean says she's praying for you.
Thank you. That means a lot to us.
Well, somebody was in here earlier, and I forget who it was. Who they were talking about they're talking about the power of prayer, and I believe that 100% that the power of prayer can, you know, move mountains. You know, that's what they say in the Bible. If you have the belief of, you know, in just the amount of a mustard seed, you can move mountains.
Well, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my midst, I am there also. That's what Jesus tells you. You know, so there's a lot of people out there that praise. I know they do. But thank you, Stevie B, from both of us.
Crave Dog says, if 2 or more pray, it shall be done.
Yep.
Stevie says, the power of prayer is real. I'm a living testament.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I had double pneumonia and she was staying there at the hospital with me, and all of a sudden she jumped in my bed and told me she was freezing to death. And I said, you know, it was hot in this room. It was like January. And I told the nurse when she walked in, I said, take her temperature right quick. And it was 102, and they rushed her down to the emergency room, brought her back up and put her in a room. Well, I got out the next morning, and then I had to go sit with her for another week in the room with her. So that was back in January, which that was the last time both of us was in the hospital. December and January.
Wow. Well, here you are, you know, doing better. I don't know if Charlie took himself off the screen or if I did that.
Nah, I lost signal. I tell you what, I'm gonna probably just hop off for the night since it's not really working out too well. Going. I'm gonna try to get into chat because it seems to be working better on the YouTube side. But while I'm here, I did want to bring up a couple of questions for the chat.
Sure.
Like these trips that I've been doing lately, I want to do more of them. I want to be able to go to certain hot spots, go around, explore, and try some things, do some experiments. So my question for the chat is, before I attempt to join y'all, is what are some of the things that you would like to see us try? What are some things that have worked for you that you wouldn't mind sharing?
Or even if you've never tried them before.
We're doing the mostly just for the experience, but if we get something, great. If we don't,
well,
we're just doing this for the experience itself. I mean, if we find something, that is awesome. If we don't find anything, then it's still awesome because we're having this big adventure.
Absolutely.
So, but I mean, if we're going to do it, we want to do it as correctly as we can. So I really want to hear from
what's correct.
Some of y'all different.
Is correct what everybody else is doing?
I don't know. I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I'm asking.
So yeah, I think it's a great idea. Guys in chat, I know, some of you get out there and research, but Jeff might have an idea. I know his thing was no electronics, so and blue balls. That sounds terrible, but he knows what I'm talking about. He had this certain way of doing things. What you could put out a basket of apples or something else. I get what you're asking. Michael says, yeah, who set the guideline? No, and I've been saying it all along is I think that the person that's going to really get the evidence is going to do it by accident or
right,
something totally new.
He's going to do something that no one else has done.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me one time, why am I getting all the attention from Bigfoot or whatever? I said, why not? Maybe you're doing that one thing that nobody else has been doing. So whatever you're doing, keep doing.
I got one suggestion if you want to hear it.
What's
Howling Underdog. Howling Underdog. I got one suggestion if you want to hear it. Take and get you some 5-pound test line, fishing line. Tie it to a tree about 8 foot up. String you a couple of apples out and tie it to another tree. Get you a camera set up so you can watch those apples. See what comes along and gets it, because a squirrel is not going to be able to run down that 5-pound fishing line. It's going to snap.
Right.
Okay. And there ain't much that's going to be able to get to it that high up off of that 5-pound fishing line. I've asked a couple of people to do this themselves. I actually done it back whenever I was younger, but I didn't have the camera to prove it. So there you go.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked, but with a camera not there, it's just He's just saying it worked. But yeah, it did.
Yeah, I think, if
That's
you're
been
sitting,
one of my biggest tests right there. If anybody would use it. But I'd like to see how an underdog tries.
yeah, it can't hurt.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. One of the things that I've been doing, probably the thing that I've been doing the most, is like most of the sightings, or a lot of the sightings you hear about, people see them crossing the road. So I've been looking through like a Bigfoot mapping project, trying to find, areas that have a lot of reports, and just driving around. And I got a little setup on my dash to where I can record everything. So if something steps out in front of me, then hopefully it will.
Do you have a FLIR?
No, I don't, but I want to get one. Like most of my budget for this right now is kind of earmarked for gas, but I definitely want a FLIR very badly because that would help very much.
Charlie, what kind of phone you got?
I've got a Samsung Galaxy A something or other. It takes the US the newer one.
No, I have a FLIR camera, but it's for an Apple.
Yeah.
I haven't even really used it.
I don't have an iPhone.
Well, I got a great idea with a FLIR and a laser light, because since a lot of people says that Bigfoot is obsessed with the orbs, maybe the laser light would trick him into thinking that's an orb. And then, you could use the laser light around in the area first. And then when you hear some kind of commotion around the laser light where it's pointed, then turn the FLIR on and see what you got. Since a lot of people says that Bigfoot likes orbs.
Right.
So I've never actually seen Bigfoot and an orb together in my lifetime, but a lot of people have.
Duke says, why did Sasquatch cross the road? So you would see him scream and poop your pants.
That's a good one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here and try to see if I can get in the chat.
Let me tell you Jeff's advice real quick. Hang out for a second. Do not take a cot into the wilderness and cover yourself in peanut butter and lay there in the dark all night long. It doesn't produce the desired results.
Aw. Dang it, Jeff. Why you gotta be a buzzkill? I done bought 5 pounds of peanut butter. Dadgummit.
I believe you would probably hear more than banjo.
Well,
Mr. Lee, thank you for putting everybody's link to their.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hop off.
All right, Charlie. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon, man.
I'm gonna hop off here. Y'all have a good one.
I'll get back to you on those videos.
All right. Cool. See you.
All right.
He's got a good thing going. Did you see that Judicala he put out?
Yeah, I was supposed to narrate it, and somebody else wanted to do it, so I was taking too long.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool one. I liked it.
Judicala. I heard somebody else put one out too about the same subject. Stories were a little different, but it was, they were both interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. What's that guy? America Unearthed. What's his name? He done it. Judicala. Forgot his name now. Yeah.
The dude from Minneapolis?
I think so. Yeah, that's where he's from.
Josh? No.
He's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I know somebody will probably know it in chat.
Jen says, sounds like a well-tried investigation technique there, Jeff. So what I want to know is, did you use, crunchy or creamy?
And was there banjo music with it?
He was playing the banjo at the time.
Oh, Lord.
Scott Walter.
Yeah, Scott Walters. Yeah.
Thank you, Val. Val, good night. Good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us.
How long have you been doing this show, Moggs?
Too long. No, seriously, it's been over 2 years now.
2 years.
Pretty nonstop, consistently,
Yeah, you had a pretty good run with it.
Missed 2 shows in that time. It's funny because one of them was when I was driving out to the 168 and trying to get to Florida, and I completely forgot about the time change. I'm looking at the clock, looking at my clock, saying, "Oh, it's like 8 o'clock or whatever time it was," and no, it was like 3 hours later. It's like, oops.
Yeah, hey, who was that Luke Bell that went missing out there in Arizona? 32-year-old singer. They found him. He's dead. But
who was this? Luke what?
Luke Bell. 32 years old. He went missing in Arizona. What the news said. He was a singer. Like a country singer or something.
I don't recognize the name.
I just read it in the news today.
Oh, there's a lot of holes in the desert. That's a line from Casino.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's rough country out here. I mean, was it suspicious, circumstances, or did he die of exposure? Or
I didn't get to read all of it. I just heard they found his body, and that's about it. I don't think they're not really telling anything because they probably hadn't got a hold of his family much. But yeah, y'all got plenty out there, deserts, mountains, everything else.
Yeah, it's unforgiving, because you just rub up against the wrong cactus and you're digging barbs out of your legs that, it's terrible out here.
Oh yeah.
I got bit by an ant yesterday. It's like it's messed up. Right in my stomach. Things out here just are mean.
Might have had an allergic reaction to it. No, we're wanting to try to get started back on our show, but this heat's really got us down, with my health, my heart health and all. I really ain't able to get out in it because I start having whiteouts in the heat.
That's not good.
I try to stay well hydrated, and that don't do much good. But
well, the problem is once you have a heat related incident, be it a heat stroke or heat exhaustion, you're prone to have it again later on. You always have it as an issue.
Yeah, see, I've had a minor heart attack back a few years ago, and then anytime I get out in the heat like that, I start whiting out and really start having problems and all this. I mean, the green grass will turn just white like snow to me, and I'll start passing out.
Wow.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah,
I'm on I'm on a blood pressure pill plus a nitroglycerin patch that I have to wear, and then some more stuff. So all that, and in the heat, that don't really mix. God forbid me to still drink like I used to about 12 years ago. I'd have been 6 foot under by now.
Yeah, if I didn't quit, I wouldn't be here.
I don't understand how I was able to drink 330 packs and a fifth of PGA a day.
I don't understand that, dude. That's.
I mean,
that's.
My wife got so mad at me. I drank myself drunk and sober 3 times in one day, and she was feeding me a whole loaf of bread trying to get me sobered up. And I don't know.
It's weird when you can drink yourself sober.
Yeah.
And you realize that you're like, I should really be drunk right now, and I'm not.
Yeah. A few minutes ago, I was drunk. Now I'm sober. What happened? But my problem was I woke up with a beer in my hand, and I went to sleep with a beer in my hand.
Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah. But I quit.
That's rough, man. That's dedication.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, after all that drinking, I just went cold turkey on it all at once, and never had any DTs or anything.
God bless you, man. See, I pushed myself too far, and my body pushed back, and I didn't get the I missed, like, I didn't miss the DT. I got full blown hell. But here we are, I'm alive, I survived.
Yeah. But I tell you, I had it pretty rough whenever I was drinking. My wife did. She had it worse than I did. I was having fun. She was having hell. But
I was just Rosemary says cactus needles can be removed with white glue. Let it dry and then peel it off, and needles come out with it. Until you get to a jumping cholla, and the tips are like fish hooks. They go in, they don't come out. You gotta. You're bleeding when you pull them out.
Yeah. I've got cactus in my fingers before. That ain't no funny thing.
Oh, I've had them. I've had them in my thighs. I've had them. Yeah. No, what's terrible is if you ever see, like, you'll see a video out there of a hawk that's got tied up in a cactus. It's usually a cholla.
Yeah.
And someone's there rescuing it, filming it, but those cactus are just brutal.
Which one is it? Looks like a person standing there with their arms raised.
Those are saguaro cactus.
Yeah. Is that the one you've been talking about?
Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
The chollas they have these balls on them that are just full of needles. They call them jumping chollas because you just go near them and it seems like they jump on you. You barely touch them and you're gonna get stuck with them. I am still hearing an echo on your end now. I don't know why.
Probably because I'm on the phone and I can't cut off YouTube in the background.
That's why.
You can turn the phone down a little bit. Does that help?
Check. Yes. Can you hear me all right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I had the phone wide open, so whenever I turn it down, maybe that helped.
Pine Island just says NAC has major delay feedback. Still you hear it.
Yeah, that's because I'm on the phone.
There's got to be a back button where you can move one screen, like minimize the screen to turn off YouTube.
It's what I was looking for, but I'm afraid to touch anything because I'm afraid I'll knock myself off the edge.
You won't know until you try. If you go away, you push the wrong button.
Yeah, true.
I'm notorious for that.
Yeah.
We watch Texas now. Texas, we watch Texas.
Christy Sci-Fi, how are you, hon? Guys, I'm posting the link in chat. Still got about 40 minutes left.
That help any?
That's enough time to get in trouble. I can
Did that
still
help
hear
any?
it. I can still hear it in the background.
Okay.
It's really muffled.
Good. Anyway, you know, at least it wasn't like it was. You know, I could hear the echo too.
Yeah, no, it's not
And
terrible.
it was, yeah. Well, it was a bad delay between me and you. The last few times that I was trying to get on here and I couldn't get YouTube off in the background, I don't know. But if I was on my laptop, I could figure it out.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know.
you would just minimize the window or close out the window.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do with that. I just don't know how.
Don't know how to do it on the phone.
No. I'd have to be holding the phone and, figure it out. But this is screwed up because I'm sitting here, I'm looking at chat and I see my icon, my little arrow, and I'm trying to move it, but on this new computer, the mouse pad is a little more to the left. So I'm missing the mouse pad completely. I'm like, why won't this move? It's all black, except it's got a red backlit keyboard, which is a little weird for me too.
Yeah, well, see, the bad thing about my laptop, I bought it used, and there's no taking it back and getting a new one. So, bought as is. So.
Well, that was my other one. I bought it off my nephew, so I bought it used too.
I don't know if they can change the screen out on that or not.
Is it broken?
Yeah.
Probably, but it might cost more for a new screen. It might be cheaper to buy. You'd have to weigh the options on.
Well, I only got that one for $400. So.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, not much, man. I just wanted to jump on and say one thing about some stuff earlier discussed. When it comes to, you know what? Look, somebody just mentioned in the chat too. It was my eyes. Look, you know what? Don't worry about what other people are doing, because obviously what other people are doing isn't really working that well. So you kind of got to really reset your investigation and just kind of try to think outside of all that box, because obviously trail cams ain't doing it. Knocking and howling ain't doing it. That's not telling you anything. Knocking and howling and getting a response is not giving you answers to nothing, except for you're getting an answer to a knock and a howl, and it could be any goddamn thing out there. So that's not really telling us nothing, man.
It's the researcher 2 camps over.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's not telling us. So think outside the box, man. And you know what? The way I simply do it is, I go out camping and I record everything. That's how I do it. Do I look occasionally around the area? Of course I do. I look to see if there's any footprints, because to me, tracks are a definite sign of activity. It had to have been there if there's a track. So do I do that? Yes, I do. But you got to think outside the box, man, because none of this other stuff is really working.
Well, that's what I said earlier.
How do I do it? How do I do it? How do these other guys do it? What are they doing? Well, they're not. Nobody's doing enough so far, because otherwise we'd already have an answer to this, wouldn't we? So you gotta take over your own investigation. If it takes, if you don't know, just look up just study some investigation techniques. And I'm not talking about just Bigfoot investigation. I'm just talking about how to conduct an investigation. Study up on something like that, and then conduct your own damn investigation and just go wherever that takes you, man. Don't worry about what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, but you can also, concentrate on I gotta mute this real quick. Sorry, NAC, I gotta mute your mic so we don't have that echo. I will unmute it in a second. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh crap. Yeah, you gotta think outside the box, like you're saying, is like do something what is going to get their curiosity? What can you do? Short of running naked through the woods.
Yeah. And look, I understand that's not as easy as we make it sound. It's not, I mean, come on. First of all, you've got the monumental task of trying to put yourself inside of a Bigfoot's head to wonder what would make him curious about you, right? And I know that's not, but that is the way to make them curious. How are you going to do that? Well, trial and error, man. That's all I can say,
Yeah.
Trial and error.
Like I want to go out and like bring apples, but I want to stand there and because I can juggle, like I can literally juggle, three objects.
Right.
I want to go out in the woods and juggle apples and eat one at the same time. And
if there's any around, maybe they might think that's kind of weird.
Like, what the hell? What the hell's this dude doing?
Yeah, maybe they've never seen that, right? Never seen anybody juggle apples.
It's off the wall or out of the box shit.
Juggle apples and sing while you're doing it. And I don't really recommend running naked through the woods though, but hey.
Jamie's like, dude, I forgot to send you that lamp, man. Brother, it's all right. It's all right. But yeah, I do. I'll still take it if you want to send it. Because he has his galaxy lamp. I don't know the size of it, and it's blue. And you plug it in, or it probably has batteries, whatever. It could be rechargeable. He wanted me to take it into the woods and set up a camera on it just to see if there was any reaction to this glowing blue orb in the woods. So I think I will definitely do it in the future if he sends it. Yeah. NAC, if you can still hear me. Oh, there you are. Oh, don't worry about the echo, man. It's all good. Chessboard says, Mogs, tell him to get the make and model and look on eBay for a screen. So, yeah. NAC, you have my email address, I think. If not, you can get in touch with me. Just reach out to me, monstermogion@gmail.com. And I want to talk to you.
Trackway said, what's wrong with running through the woods naked?
Well,
Joe says,
I want to attract the Bigfoot, not scare him off.
You just got to watch out for the thorns. Don't run through no brambles.
No.
Unless you got a sack made of iron.
Nope. Scrotum of steel.
Scrotum of steel. That'd be a great band name, man. Steel Scrotum.
Steel Scrotum?
Steel Scrotum.
Sorry, ladies. But that's funny. It's like Spinal Tap. It would be just his parody band.
And you know what? I have a suggestion for other people. If you're just out there, you're not a researcher. Yeah, you know what? People that say that they're researchers and et cetera, yeah, I'm going to hold them to a higher standard. But when it comes to just people being out in the woods and they think they experienced something, you don't always have to, because I noticed that, he was very careful to be like, well, I'm not saying it was Bigfoot. Don't get so paranoid about, well,
I know. But no, it's good to put a disclaimer out there.
But it was Bigfoot. You can certainly say, well, I think it might have been, and this is why I think it might have been. That's acceptable. You know.
No, but it's like, but if he has any doubts about it, it's like, hey, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's Bigfoot. This is what we heard.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I think people are getting too paranoid, and I feel partially responsible for that. But people are getting too paranoid about saying, "Well, I'm not saying it's Bigfoot." Well, fine. You don't even have to preface it.
No, but
you can say, "Look, I saw. This is what happened to me out in the woods. It was pretty weird. Now I don't know what it was. That's fine."
What's up, Michael?
Hey,
Mr. Haywood.
What's up? What's up?
You don't have to wait to be addressed to jump in there,
Oh man, no, I didn't want to get up here and break up a serious conversation here. I wanted to listen for a little bit.
When we have a serious conversation around here, I'll let you know.
This ain't for you.
Okay. Really, I just want to be next to Joe.
Oh, gee, that's nice.
Hey, no, man, y'all got me messed up talking about that karaoke.
Here, now you can look up his dress. Here, hold on.
Right.
Oh, that hairy look he's got going on just really does it for me, man.
Be careful down there. I'm not wearing any pants.
But hey, the karaoke thing, I got a little small story to tell about this.
Right on.
I had a buddy one night, and we were in a sports bar, and he got to singing Jack and Diane. And he was doing good, reading it off to the teleprompter or whatever it was, whatever you call it, the karaoke machine. And he was reading the words, and when it got to little ditty about Jack and Diane, somehow he read Little Dirty Butt out loud. And the whole crowd, the whole place, I don't know how he got that, but the whole place just rolled out. And I'm like, man, hey, but he kept like a champ. He rolled right with Little Dirty Butt and rolled right on and sung the rest of it. And I was like, man, what a trooper.
Yeah, that's hey, some karaoke, like I remember, like I used to buy karaoke discs. I'd pay $30 for one or two songs, out of 9 songs.
Right.
But I'm having these brain farts tonight. It's not funny. Karaoke. My train of thought went out the window.
Used to buy
right, but it's like an album, like it used to be vinyl when we used to buy vinyl, folks. How many times or a cassette, how many times did you get it for just 1 or 2 songs by a band you liked or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
And then I guess it's the other music. Right. Some you like, some you don't.
But I was gonna say is some of the production companies that would put out these CDs didn't exactly have the lyrics right on some of these songs. So he might have read, Little Dirty Butt.
I think it might have had something to do with alcohol content. I'm not sure exactly.
It's just chemical imbalance.
When I used to do karaoke, I would purposely change some of the words in the song sometimes. Like I used to do "Come Together" by the Beatles, and when it got to the part about "got to be good looking," I changed it. I changed it to "got to be good looking because he looks just like me." Come together, so.
Dude, I learned a lot of wrong lyrics through the years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you finally get an album or something where the words is on there and you read it and say, dang.
Yeah.
That's what that
try
says?
To change off of it. Yeah.
You mean like, you get something like Steve Miller. For years you've been singing Steve Miller's song, Big Old Jet Had a Light On.
Hey, like AC/DC, Shake a Leg. It took me years before I realized that Brian Johnson was singing Idle Juvenile on the streets. Hey, I didn't know what he was saying. I thought I was tripping out on the street.
Yeah. Well, I used to think that same Steve Miller song, I used to say, I used to think he was saying we go to jail in a lineup.
What song?
Big old jet airliner. Big old jet airliner.
Yeah.
Everybody used to sing Big Old Jet Had a Light On. But I used to sing we go to jail in a lineup.
It's like Bad Moon Rising. It's like, there's a bathroom on the right.
Yeah, there's a bathroom on the right.
So yeah, I just thought that, I don't know, it would be fun to do some karaoke somehow. You know, I'll have to look into it, see if anybody's doing
there's probably a way you can do it.
For anybody that's brave enough to do it, I don't have the guts to do it.
Well, there's got to be a way I can pull something up that plays the music, shows the words, and then, the person can sing. I have the guts to do it.
I actually used to have a singing voice, but now it's like there's only certain songs I can actually sing fairly well still. Like Brandy. Speaking of Brandy, I can sing that song perfectly still. I love that song too.
I'm trying to think if there's any. I listened to that recently, and it like certain. I can't hit certain levels, and
there's notes I can't hit anymore that I used to be able to when I was young. Dude, when I was in my 20s and stuff, man, I was singing AC/DC and all kinds of crazy. Most AC/DC songs, whether it's Bon Scott or Brian Johnson, I can't sing them anymore because I can't hit those notes. There's very few of them that I can still sing with any decent.
His name? Ben.
Van Morrison?
No. The comedian. Bauer.
Oh! I know who you're talking about.
He does a good.
He does good.
AC/DC.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does a really good AC/DC. Yeah. Hold on, let's see.
I was checking out a lot. Like you see videos, people doing covers of different songs. Don't close your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Keith Whitley.
Yeah. But I was checking out, like you see some of these videos, like some of these people doing tribute songs to these bands. And I saw one, man, it's cool as shit. This guy did Thunderstruck, right? He did AC/DC Thunderstruck, and he used his guitar and his washing machine because the washing machine would make a certain noise when it was running, and he would use the lid, and it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful.
Huh.
There was other two guys, I forget they're called Two Cellos. Check that one out. It's two guys. It's called Two Cellos, and they did Thunderstruck on their cellos, and it's awesome.
Richie says no one can sing as great as me. For your information, Mogs is 25th best at least.
Oh, I think he meant second.
Oh, second best at least.
Richie, you need to get on here and hang out.
That was an F, not a 5. You would think I could see it. I got a bigger screen now. No, Richie's not a singer. No.
I got faith in you, Richie.
Sing like no one's listening, man. Damn straight.
Somebody's always listening.
Joe says the bluegrass version of, where is it? Fucker keeps moving. Slow down.
Oh yeah, I've heard that too. The bluegrass version, yeah. I've heard a couple different bluegrass versions of it.
Oh, it's such an intense, song musically.
Thunderstruck.
Is my chat not moving, or is just Damien just saying he's drunk constantly? Trackway, what's up, buddy?
Now you're all in for trouble. What's up?
Somebody left
There
the door.
he is.
Hey, how you doing, Michael?
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, you on the countdown to hunting season, brother?
Yes, I am.
How far away from bow season are you in your area?
Late September. I haven't looked at a calendar. I think it's the last week of September.
It's already going on here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When I went camping 2 weekends ago, something like that. There was a lot of road guys in side by sides running the roads with their bows, sitting in their lap. So they're looking for muleys or elk, but it's going on here.
Yeah, I think ours. We start off with dove season, Labor Day weekend, and then about September the 9th, I think our bow season starts then.
Yeah, September. September was usually when I was in Jersey, I would bow hunt, and that was usually when the season started. Like the fall doe season was, I think, one of the first seasons, and that was in September. And it was great because you get all these different permits. You could stretch bow season out for months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What nephew gives me some venison this year, man. I mean, I don't have it. I don't have it in me to kill anything anymore unless my life depends on it. So, but there's
nothing wrong with that.
It's like I love eating venison, but I just can't bring myself to kill a deer anymore.
I mean, people change through the years. You know what I'm saying?
It's like if somebody else kills it, I'll gladly eat it.
Right.
I have fun just sitting out there because, to be honest with you, when that arrow leaves, that's when the work begins.
Yeah,
dude.
Yep.
And there's no fun after it. It's not a whole lot of fun after that. But
no, then it's a mess.
Yeah.
But all these people now want to talk about the archery thing. Oh man, that's like shooting fish in the bucket, no big deal. A lot of them, but hey, there's something to it, especially if you're hunting fair chase whitetails that are not. I don't know. So many people nowadays they hunt from a big, looks like a kid's playhouse in a green field. That ain't deer hunting to me, man. I mean,
blind hunting.
To each his own. To each his own. But hey, here in North Carolina, we can bait. We can put out corn, sweet potatoes.
Dogs down on deer in North Carolina too, don't you?
Dude, that grew up doing it, brother. But I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but you learn to do other stuff also. But yeah, I believe in dog hunting. I don't do much of it, I'm not doing any hunting now in the last several years. But I got a bunch of buddies that dog hunt. And, it makes it very difficult to bow hunt and black powder hunt and do all that with dogs in the area, hunting and stuff like that.
Sure.
But hey, it builds your hunting skills.
I've only bird hunted with dogs.
Love it. Love rabbit hunt with dogs also.
As far as bow, hunting with a bow goes, you have to invest. This isn't like shooting a gun, people. I mean, you have to invest hours and hours and hours of time, and just for practice alone.
Oh yeah.
It's not like I said, you shoot a gun, you're aiming, you have sights. Yeah, bows have sights and everything, but you still have to. I don't use sights, and I'm pretty accurate. Even not shooting for years, when we were up at the camp out, Papa and he pulled out his bow, and mine's old, dude. I've had it over 30 years. And, I just threw an arrow on there and let loose, and I was, that far from the bullseye. I put it down, I dropped the mic, and I walked away.
Yeah, I still have a bow. It's just a simple recurve bow, but
Yeah, that's how I started, Joe.
Yeah,
yeah.
me too.
Hey, and so many people are going back to that recurve now, Joe. I wouldn't. Don't scoff at that because I mean, hey, so many people are getting back to that.
It's a nice bow. It's a damn nice bow.
You know, a long time ago, there was a guy. He would shoot not recurve; he'd shoot longbow.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit different.
Yeah.
And that guy would go out with. It was the craziest thing because it was on TV. He would go out with handmade arrowheads, and he wouldn't have anything, but he'd have that arrow, and he'd have a second arrow in his back pocket. The guy was good though, because on the show opening, he could shoot pheasants as he flushed them with his bow. But the one episode, I was like, "Oh, this is insane! This isn't going to end well." There's a bear climbing a tree, and he pulls back and he shoots the bear right in the butt. And I'm thinking, that's a dead man. This wasn't no like Pennsylvania bear. This was like an Alaska bear.
Oh,
and that's all he had in the back pocket was one more arrow. This is back when Fred Bear and everybody was still alive, and
that's right.
That was the craziest thing I ever seen.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you something else too. Now, a lot of people that do stuff like that, and I don't think that guy. It's probably fear had him, I would say. But hey, if he hit that bear in the right place and cut that femoral artery, the show's over, Jack.
It's true.
The show is over. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't hunted in years. I've never killed a deer. First time I shot a bow at a deer, it went right in between its front legs. Just dropped right in front of it. Thing looked down like, what the hell's that? And I just shook my head.
I've done that a bunch too. A whole lot.
Yeah. I'd say we was probably the most miserable hunters you ever seen, because I think we went like 15 years or so, the three of us, complete dry spell starting out. But I don't think back then it wasn't so much going out and bringing something home as much as it was just going out and enjoying time together. And
sure, it's like
because the one thing nobody missed, was that camp out lunch or breakfast.
Oh,
the
man,
bacon and the eggs and this. I mean, we didn't go there to shoot anything. We went there to eat. I mean, who we kidding?
I go there to cook.
Yeah.
Hey, see, that's how our dog club is. The dudes, every morning they have a breakfast, and all the guys chip in and pay for breakfast, and every night they have supper. And it's the camaraderie. You get to see people's kids and grandkids that get their first deer and stuff like that, and you just grow to be a gigantic family. And the atmosphere, of course, everybody's bragging on dogs.
That's that family tradition getting carried on. My dad was my hunting partner, and when he moved to Arizona in '93, I kind of like just gave it up, hunting.
Right.
But I still fish, so I'm content with that. I mean, I could butcher a deer, I could skin a deer, I can, whatever, but I've never killed one.
One thing that I can say after doing this 40 years, and I did have a little break in there, the amount of information just about the deer species and stuff that's out there, all the stuff I started on that people thought was true was completely wrong. And some of it's still being perpetrated in the magazines that people buy.
Yeah.
But the rutting moon is probably the most false thing out there they can think of. And I know I'll get hate for that, but I'm going to say it. Every year when they do the rut prediction, that's a fallacy. It's going to be, there's no animal driven on the planet by the amount of daylight like our deer are.
Whitetail, yeah.
Yeah.
So as soon as that daylight hits, 6 hours and 3 minutes, boom, they hit another behavioral pattern mode, and they switch into that gear. And as soon as the light changes to 6 hours and 1 minute, boom, they're in a different behavioral pattern mode.
Yep.
It's incredible and it's crazy, but once you get the pattern down, it doesn't change.
Well, you know,
hey, if you're in a place where they can live their normal patterns and they can live in, I mean, but then again, they'll have a pattern anyway, even with pressure, but it makes it rough, buddy. It makes it rough. And that's what, hey, I just saw Richie say hunting with dogs is not hunting. And I love you, Richie, but you probably never hunted with dogs, bud. You ought to try it before you knock it. As sportsmen, we all need to allow everybody to do their own thing, because I can hunt with the best of them. I've taken deer with my bow, with my black powder rifle, shotgun rifle, every way. I don't look at anybody and say, you know, hey, I don't like the way you hunt. But you know, hunting with dogs.
No, I always found it, not that I found it unethical. It was just I had never heard of it before. I was like, what? Because I moved to North Carolina for a little while back in like 2007, and you know, I saw the kennels in the trucks, and I'm like, what are you guys hunting? They're like, deer. I'm like, oh shit, really? I didn't know. You know, I didn't know they hunted deer with dogs. You know, I was always a stand sitter or still hunting, you know.
Right. But yeah, well, you end up a lot of times sitting on a stand, just like you are still hunting or stand hunting, however you want to call it. You know, a lot of people down here, we call it still hunting by sitting in a tree stand, but a lot of people call still hunting, you know, walking and hunting.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But you know, and a lot of things. Yeah. A lot of things about the dog hunting is the love of dogs. I know plenty of guys that don't even take a gun in the woods with them. They take their dogs and hunt for the other people. Yeah, exactly. And it's about, you know, having a good breed of dogs and real dogs that are good with their nose and everything.
And them competitions are high dollar. I had no idea.
Hey, if any kind of hunting like that, those fox dogs and like the coon hunting competition, any place you can go and you can win a brand new full size 4-wheel drive truck. Yeah.
People are going to train them.
It's insane. But you know, getting a little bit more back towards you know, all that time out in the woods, you do see, you know, a lot. You do occasionally run into the strange stuff out there. So you run into the funny stuff. And, you know,
I've never seen anything odd in the woods. I've heard what when I look back now, I'm like, well, I've heard like what I thought somebody was chopping wood, or you know, you'd hear that tree knock, but I never thought about it until now. You know, like when you look back, you're like, oh, maybe, you know, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
But never had any weird experiences in the woods. Well, when I was hiking and I had an accident, you know, I had an outer body experience in the woods, but that was not that, you know. It was something totally different.
Yeah, that wasn't because of the woods. That was because of the situation.
Because I was dumbass. Just happened to be where it happened. I could have been a dumbass somewhere else. Would have been the same result.
Right.
And you know, you get to talking to a lot of hunters, especially the guys. You know, these days, to me, it feels like it's more about the bow hunting than the gun hunting. We have the 1 week long gun season. It's not as popular as it used to be whatsoever. Most people are out there with the bows, and you got more people sitting out there in the woods long term. And you know, the topic, the strange things in the woods and stuff, that's kind of taboo amongst the hunting set, you know.
Yeah.
What is?
Yeah, you know, Bigfoot or any of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody don't want to be scared out of their mind when they go in the woods an hour before daylight.
Bunch of pussies.
I think
I believe this shit exists, and it doesn't keep me out of the woods.
Yeah, right.
It's like just
I probably mentioned this before, but like when me and Molly were in the Adirondacks, we asked this DEC employee that came by the camp just to register, find out, register us basically, know what we're doing, etc. And this old guy and Molly, before, because I wasn't even turning the conversation in that direction. And I was just giving him our information and stuff. And Molly blurts out, "Have you ever seen Bigfoot?" And he went, he looked at me and he went, "What?" I said, "She asked you if you've ever seen Bigfoot out here." And he kind of went, And he looked back down, continued right. He said, and he didn't say yes. He didn't say no. He said, "Well, I've seen a lot of strange stuff out here."
Mm-hmm.
Cannot deny or confirm.
Right, basically.
Right.
He was like, "Well, I've seen a lot of strange stuff."
Plausible deniability.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of fun catching those people off guard, with a question like that. Because I did it recently too with the same guy that I had asked once before, and I ran into him recently. I was like, "Hey, so yeah, what is your theory on Bigfoot or whatever?" And he didn't deny it this time. He wasn't like, "I'm a biologist and this doesn't exist." Because I approached him, I'm like, "You're the biologist, right?" And got into the subject that way. And he was more like, it would be cool if they exist, him and his family. And that's the last thing he said about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think the big thing is too, a lot of people, it's the arrogant mind frame of a lot of people. They think that we've walked all over every inch of this country and we keep it wore out, but there are remote places where
nobody sees.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody walks through once a year. They might walk in a mile or two, but you got, hey, I won't even guess. I can't even say for sure. 10 miles maybe through woods, and there's no paved roads or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't term that as arrogance. I would term it as ignorance. People are ignorant.
Okay.
And I'm not using ignorant as in, you're an idiot. Everybody can be. I'm ignorant about a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Well, but I was just using arrogance as in the.
I think that we've covered every inch of this continent because it's a huge continent.
Joe, do me a favor and if you can, turn up your mic or lean into your mic or just get a little closer to your mic because you sound distant.
If you take an area like where I'm close to, around here, the big story used to be the Minerva monster, right? So you got a lot of rolling farm country, and then you start getting into the foothills. And people make the thought process that because you can see it, there's nothing there. And, them farms, there's access for drainage in the farms. There's rolling hill spots where something can just slip in and spot. And a lot of those places that you can see with your eye, even from a major road area, people just don't go to. They just don't go there. You may very well drive by some place and look at it and think, "Oh, there can't be nothing in there. There's people all over it all the time," and that's not a true statement. You take what you learn from other aspects and apply it. If you're out there looking for a big hairy hominid that's supposed to be eating creatures, like deer, then what you want to do is you want to figure out what did the deer do. Yeah. And the deer are going to be close to them farms, hidden in tiny little patches that you'd never expect.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And, hunters know that. We can't go to it because we don't have rights to that property, right? So, but if something that has absolutely no reason to stop it, if I was a great big 10-foot hairy person, That's where I'd go for my food.
Chessborg says, Mogs, want to see a small vid of my archery practice?
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't involve killing the neighbor's dog by accident. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it. Chess is a heck of an archer.
You've seen this video, I'm assuming?
You need to see it. You need to see it. That's all I'm going to say. I won't be responsible.
Yeah, man. You want to come on and bring it with you? You can share it. I'll put it up. Let me put the link. I'll roll the dice. You're lucky I trust you guys.
No,
I'm about to regret that, aren't I?
Don't. I don't.
Well, you can always email it to me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, email it to me, and I'll save the show.
That's probably that's the best option. That's the best option.
Well, I got to pop out, guys. Appreciate it, Mogs. Good talking again.
Hey, Joe, good to see you.
Jack Wade, Mr. Haywood.
How you feeling, by the way? You feeling better?
Oh, much better, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I got to go to work tomorrow. I'm back to work and everything, so yeah, I'm good. So,
well, right on.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, just don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
That's right. Take care, Mr. Snyder.
All right, bud.
Good night, Joe. I like petting sweaty stuff. Guess that doesn't apply to me.
And on that note,
usually it ends up where I go, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I gotta get up.
What's up? Sorry, I didn't see you. Good to see you.
I get up awful early, so I'm going to take off here too. Everybody, have fun. Get out there in the woods.
Yeah, Trackway. Take care, brother.
Thanks for having me on, Moggs.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Have
a good night.
Moggs, I'm gonna dive too, brother. Hey, I'm gonna dive too, because here we are at the end of the show. But I certainly enjoyed it. Thanks for having me on. Hey, Richie Evans, I love you, brother. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong about that, about the dog thing. I didn't mean that. I love you, brother. But hey,
Richie's doing his best Elmer Fudd right now.
Shh, wascally rabbits.
Very, very quiet. I'm hunting for Mr. Haywood.
Hey, Moggs, I appreciate it, brother.
All right, man. Anytime.
Take care.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah, man.
Well, guys, it's another Tuesday night in the books. Thank you, everybody, for coming to hang out. We had a good crowd up there for a while, up to 80 almost, maybe a little over. That was awesome. Crow Creek, what's up, Tony? Hope you're not just getting here. I saw Barry Browning in here. How's it going, Barry? All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for coming to hang out. Thanks to everybody that showed up, came to hang out on the show. It was great seeing y'all and talking to you. NAC, get in touch with me. Just email me so I have your email address. If you guys enjoyed this show, do me a favor, hit that like button below. Give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff. Leave comments too. I like answering comments. Comments are fun because comments can grow, you know, get sub comments. And yeah, it's fun. All right, guys. I will see you in 2 days. You guys have an amazing night. Peace and God bless.